Hey everyone, this is Allison with Stitches and Stuff Studio. I'm playing around with a new technique today called the Mandala fold. I'm also experimenting with a technique called Discharge Dyeing. If you watch through till the end of the video, I have a special surprise just for you. Let's dive right in and see how this goes. I'm starting today with a 100% cotton t-shirt that I pre-washed and then left just barely damp. I'm using the sleeve inside the other sleeve technique to center the shirt, pulling the front and the back away from each other. First, I'll fold the front of the shirt in half just below the armhole line. Then I'll fold down twice, kind of like I was making a paper airplane. Then I'll flip the shirt over and repeat the two airplane wing folds on the other side of the front. I'm using waxed sinew to tie off some diagonal sections on the shirt front. I'm wrapping several times around each spot and then pulling as tight as I can, and then repeating the process all the way down the center front of the shirt. Now that I've seen the final product, I do wish that I had done the diagonal sections more steeply and that I had only made 6 sections instead of 8. But as they say, hindsight is 20/20. I'm folding the back into very small pleats. They're each less than ½ an inch tall. I'll secure these with just 3 rubber bands just to hold them in place. I've set the shirt on a cooling rack that's sitting in a 2-inch deep baking pan. I'm using a mixture of equal parts bleach and water. As I pour the bleach on the tied portions of the shirt, you can begin to see the color change almost immediately. I've sped this part of the video up 12 times faster, and I haven't edited out any of the footage so that you could kind of get an idea of just the time that it is taking. Once I've achieved a nice light orange color on this side, I'll I'll flip the shirt over and apply bleach to the other side. I'll use a pair of tweezers to check between the pleats just to see if there's any areas that still need more bleach. Now that the bleach has done its work, it's time to rinse it out. I'll rinse it really well in cool water and then squeeze most of the moisture out of the shirt. Then it's time for a good soak in a mixture that contains 1 gallon of water and 1 cup hydrogen peroxide. If you do this technique, don't be tempted to skip this step. This is the step that neutralizes the bleach so you don't end up with holes in your shirt. I'll let it soak in the hydrogen peroxide water mixture for about an hour and then spin it in the washing machine until it's just barely damp. After that, it'll go in the soda ash bucket for about 2 hours and then back in the washing machine to spin until it's just barely damp again. Now that the shirt's prepped and ready to go, it's time for the color. The colors I'll be using today in rainbow order are fire red, lemon yellow, soft orange, bright green, turquoise, and wisteria. I'm also using a little bit of black in one spot where there were some bleach spots that weren't supposed to happen. After all the dye has been applied, I'll wrap the shirt in plastic wrap and then let it sit and batch for about 48 hours before the rinse out. It's been about 48 hours since I finished applying the dye, and it's time for the rinse out. I'll begin with cool water and continue rinsing until the water runs mostly clear. Once that happens, it's off to the washing machine for a nice warm wash with some fabric detergent. We'll be back when the shirt's dry to take a final look. And since you're still watching, I've got an extra special surprise for you at the end of the video. Well, here it is, my first mandala. Not bad for a first try. There are a few things I would do differently. I would make 6 sections instead of 8 on the front of the shirt so that I can angle the points more sharply. I also don't think I like it with 2 red sections and 2 orange sections. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section below. was having so much fun with this discharge technique that I tried another shirt. I traced and cut out letters for the word believe from contact paper, sprayed bleach around the contact paper letters, followed that whole process of hydrogen peroxide and rinsing, etc., etc. And then I dyed it with some very dilute dyes so that it would look a little bit distressed. Here it is. I think it's kind of fun. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Until next time, go add some color to your world and create a tie-dye project.